She has no intention to play competitive heroes, so. Alright, let's do this. So, this is your how to play Ragnaros guide. And I have a bit of a wonky build and a wonky playstyle, but I think it's really, really good for Hero League. So, the first talent we're picking up is usually Sulphurous Hungers or Engulfing Flame, but I think Shifting Meteor is sleeper OP. So grabbing that talent. Why I think it's really good is that after you finish the quest, you're able to control the ability, which allows for you to proc a solid amount of damage on your opponent if you control it well, because every time it hits somebody with a tick, it does 3% extra damage to your opponent. So you're able to get nice harassment off. It's great for stopping people from chasing. You can dictate their movement. If not, you punish them with damage. And you also can demount people really easily. So I do Shifting Meteor. And also, your Q build by itself is really, really solid for already putting yourself in a spot for wave clear. You don't really have to build into it. And I feel like building into it kind of forces you down the route to fight at melee range and get knocked out. So here's one thing you can do with it, as I get silence. You drop it on the back line, have it pull towards you, and it helps clear out that back line. You hit a Q, and the wave is pretty much nice and juicy for you to clear up with another Q afterwards. Typically, you're going to have Ragnaros be in a top lane. You're going to have Ragnaros be in a lane where he just solos the entire time, because he's a really good solo laner because he has sustain. I would be very careful not to get caught out by him, though, because his body is very weak, and that's why he's not played very often. He gets poked down pretty quick, dies in fights if you try to all-in, and it takes him a while to wind up his Q and bring out more healing. But when people group up, like that, you get decent damage in and you bring in the auto-attack. So use that to your advantage. Make sure you're really good at center stepping, too. You want to move in between his auto-attacks. They're very slow. Your E is something that you want to use on your tanks most of the time, or an assassin that might be close to be getting killed off. Very strong in that regard. But the major reason why you play Ragnaros is because of Molten Core. Molten Core gives you a lot of abilities. Say your team gets wiped 3 to 4 man, and you live, and you're able to back away and survive. It gives you enough delaying strength, especially in the mid game, to wait for your teammates to respawn so you don't lose out on a keep. That way you don't have to deal with catapult pressure coming your way, or any major moments like a Zerg wave on Brax's holdout. Just using that powerful tool to your advantage can really put you in a really good spot to just shut down your opponents and their advancements, which happens a lot in Hero League. You find yourself in 2 to 3 level losses. The ability to use Molten Core will give you just enough strength to make sure you keep moving throughout the game. Another talent that I pick up here most of the time is Fire Ward. It's really fantastic against mages in particular. So the idea is that once you hit your W, your Living Meteor, on any target, you'll be able to get spell blocks. So anytime you have a mage on the opposing team, this is an auto pick for me. If there isn't any mages on the opposing team and you're not facing like a Hungering Arrow, Vala, or any spell damage, going Catching Fire can be good too. It's a Region Globe talent quest. Pretty solid, gives you armor when you proc it, but so far Fire Ward has been my go-to as much as I can. So again, just trying to clear up when I can, not trying to force any fights. I'm just trying to get experience. Like, when you're playing Ragnaros, I would argue that you should have some of the highest experience in the game, especially when we get to level 10, which is where we're getting Lava Wave. A lot of people swear by Sulphurous Smash, and I think I agree if you are setting up combos and you want to force fights often, and you want to put yourself in a spot where you help your teammates kill somebody if they have a CC. But Lava Wave, I think, is a Hero League heroic. It just completely allows you to nullify any wave on the field as it one-shots all minions. So if you see a wave being pushed up, and you're in the middle of helping your team in the middle of a fight or soaking a different lane, and you don't think anyone's going to be able to get there in time, dropping a Lava Wave casually is very strong, and I would say valuable. So we're going to pick that up later on and put that on full display. For now, again, we're just soaking 2 lanes. Remember, dropping the W on the back line, pulling it towards you. This is actually more effective, too, if you have a wave coming your way, that you can get it on the back line while it's traveling, because it'll get more procs with that 3%. So hang on one second. Let me show it to you here. We're getting blistering attacks, by the way. So this minion wave, drop the W on the back line and run backwards. And you can see you get more procs on that backside, which makes it easier to clear up. You will have to be careful, though, because it kills the wizard in the middle every single time, so make sure you can grab that. So, level 7, I pick up Blistering Attacks. Most people get Hand of Ragnaros. I think Blistering Attacks is actually really underrated. Ragnaros has this weird playstyle where he used to play like old Thrall, where you kind of poke in and out of team fights. Blistering attacks really justifies it. So you walk up, you auto attack. Let me see if I can get this on this guy. I know he's running. Alright, I'll show it to you next time we get a chance. But you walk up, you auto attack, and your Q automatically cancels the animation for your next auto attack and comes out right away. So let me show you on this minion here. So auto attack, Q. Comes out right away. Very similar to Butcher. So you having that burst damage from the blistering attacks on a hero and following up into your regular Empowered Sulfuris allows you to put out quick damage fast and allows you to fall upon your opponent. So we'll do it here, right? As he slows me down. I forget that Zulu actually slows you down with his cleave. 1 second here. If he's going to let me attack him. Meh, you'll see it. He's avoiding me. So far, that's the first 7 talents. Or the first 3 talents for the 7 levels. You have Shifting Meteor into Fire Ward into Blistering Attacks. 2 more levels and we get Lava Wave. Rotating bottom here into the middle. My team is doing well in the bottom lane. We got a nice experience lead. Ooh, come in and help. He doesn't even need me. Zeratul too good. Too strong. This Zul is really annoying, man. He's playing Zul right. Alright, we're gonna come in here for the auto attack. See if he wants to do it. Ah, couldn't get close enough. Typically, in a solo lane that you have, whether it's against an Alarak, an Artanis, or whatever 1v1 that's going on, usually you get your melee range auto attack in and get that quick burst. We're actually in a weird setup because of this. Wow, he just ran there. So we're going to drop our W, chase this guy down, auto attack, Q. We're going to pick up our Lava Wave. This is another thing, too. If you're in a team, in a fight, and you think your opponents aren't paying attention to you well, why is this guy staying still? You can actually go for the full engage, drop the Lava Wave, go into Molten Core, and then try to catch them into the fight and kill them. Like that. Pretty cool. A lot of people, despite how long Ragnaros has been out, you can cancel this, by the way. We're going to go ahead and cancel it so I can leave and not get caught. A lot of people completely forget about Lava Wave and that it's an audio cue, and they don't look at their mini map, especially in Hero League, dude. All the way up to Master, Grandmaster. You hit that combo all the time. So if you're able to, and you see a fight it's kind of drawing out, and you don't know if you'll have enough oomph to win, or you want an escape route, use Lava Wave. No big deal. It is a long cooldown, 120 seconds, which is 2 full minutes. But if you think about it, most team fights in Hero Storms pops up every 60 to 90 seconds based on cooldowns. So if you just delay a little bit longer, you soak for a little bit longer, and make sure you're not to force any fights with your team, and you play around your Molten Core, you should have it up to control waves, which is what you really want it for, before you get to level 20 and you get 2 Lava Waves. Alright, let's go ahead and continue double soaking. Right now you can see the experience really pouring in. This is actually very similar to Tomb of the Spider Queen, Blackheart's Bay, Dragonshire. You can double soak pretty well. Brax's Holdout is probably one of my interesting maps that I love running Rag on, because it actually does a very good job of clearing a majority of the Zerglings that are running in during the objective phase. So you can solo an entire 100% Zerg wave with Ragnaros by himself. So you can leave your 4-man on a spot where they're doing whatever they are doing on the minimap. Team's still doing well here. We have 18 coins. We're keeping Azul at bay. Granted, we've had help from Zeratul, but think about that. Zeratul has been helpful, but Zul is one of those heroes that just shuts down lanes so heavily on Blackheart's Bay, and we're hanging out with him. We've been doing pretty darn well. Alright, we're gonna use our E and grab this watchtower. Constantly keeping an eye on the minimap, seeing where our opponents are at. This guy's running away again. We only have 41 stacks right now, the 75 that you would normally have. You can see that here in the talents. Typically I get this done, I would say probably around 11 to 12 minutes. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, is it gonna be enough? Ah, not quite. But 11 to 12 minutes is a good benchmark for you on this hero. Be careful. I can slowly Ming if I can get onto her, especially with the spell shield you have a level 4. But I don't want to chase it around. I want to soak this minion experience. Soaking is way too important. This is a bit of a mistake by her, though. Okay. I did literally nothing in that fight. My team killed them before I could do anything. So I see bottom wave is starting to actually group up a little bit, and my teammates are in middle. It's a good time to use lava wave on the bottom side. And just make sure that we don't have to deal with anything too crazy. Zul is wanting to go in for the fight. This is one of my favorite things to do with a Ragnaros, actually. Is start opening a fight that we're losing, and I'll turn around and pull up the Molten Core and then siege from behind them. This is usually pretty hard to pull off, but you just completely cut off their escape route if your team is able to start winning the team fight. Like, the better play for this Johanna would have been just to run a different way. Okay. Another nice play. I'm going to run down to the bottom side and start working on these chests with my teammate and then go grab the knights. Ragnaros is actually pretty decent at doing camps as well. Knights will go down to about a fourth of his health if he's by himself. If you're not running Q build. If you're running Q build, he'll actually do pretty well in terms of healing. But you can clear them out. Get them all nice and stacked up. Make sure you pull down that leaving meteor and use it where you can. Make sure to get that area effect damage in. And then I'll head back to the fight here. We're doing pretty well in this game. It's Blackheart's Bay. It's a snowballing map, but looking at numbers here, I mean, 13k experience, soaking 2 waves, decent damage. Siege damage is crazy. This number will plummet, or not plummet, aggressively go up because of Lava Wave. It just clears all the minions in. So don't put too much stock into that. Like, if someone yells at you or whatever, and you respond back, oh, I got the siege damage, it's a little bit inflated. These guys are grouped up again. So try to get in there when they're grouped up. Get that extra damage. Team is crushing. Good job, team. Giving my Zeratul a little bit more melee range by giving them speed. Maybe he can force a fight here. It's not looking too well. Oop. Put it back out of that. Oh, he's about to get bodied. ETC tried. That's all that matters. Alright, let's see. How many coins do we have? 6, 8, 10. Alright, I'm going to go back to Soaking Waves. I'm going to push his bottom here because I got top set up. I see a Knight Campus pushing in and starting to group up pretty heavily. So I want to force my opponents to respond to that by pushing that wave into their keep wall. If they don't respond to it, I get a keep wall. If not, they are still down there and we can do boss instead. Again, Lava Wave is such a amazing map tool that a lot of people just ignore it. I don't know why. I think it's incredible. I understand that the immediate effects of Sulfurious Smash is fantastic, and they are very helpful. It's a small cooldown of, what, 60, I think? 65? Something like that. But the benefits of Lava Wave in Hero League when people do not soak lanes already because they want to walk around and kill people with their Assassin Asmodans or their Tyrandas, it can be too beneficial to give up on. So, 13 was Categorized Wound, 16 was a Giant Scorcher. Again, it's helping you group up and get a little bit more damage with that Q in case people do come your way. At 20, again, the option we're going to pick up is Lava Surge. I think Heroic Difficulty is really good when you go Sulfurious Smash and you just want to kind of end the game too. It can be picked up with Lava Wave as well. But Submerge is really good if you're being focused. But with this build, the beauty in it is that you get to play backwards the entire time. You don't have to be up front in a spot where you will have to use Submerge. You can poke with your W, help out your teammates when the melee engages, and watch your assassins. So don't be afraid to utilize that to your full benefit. Alright, looks like we're going to have another fight here. Ooh, I might be in trouble though. Going in for an auto-attack, making sure to work in those Qs so I can heal. I'm actually feeding because I'm a pleb. Akuba, bringing in the heals. Nice, great polymorph. Went in for another heal. Oh, I want out. I want out. Trying to keep her demounted. I'm probably dead. Wait, what is going on? Why was I going left? I was right-clicking here the entire time. Regardless, we got the auto attacks in. We got completely blown up. And I actually want to yell at that Kel'Thuzad dude. Dropping his ult on top of the Jaina prevented us from getting the turn in that we wanted. So now they have a couple levels of experience, but as soon as I spawn, we can see which waves get pushed in, and immediately, the moment I spawn, I could drop Lava Wave and get that lane backing up. So Zul's going to push in middle and top lane, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. This is almost done at 14 minutes. I said 13 to 14 minutes is where you want to be near, so we should be able to get done pretty quickly. Run, Akuba! Is he dead? Bone Prison into Shadow Fisher. Seems pretty decent, yo. Alright, Lava Wave in the middle lane. I know my team's about to clear that, but I'm going to go bottom. We can try and get another turn in here. Want to try turn in? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. I'm gonna clear out bottom. One of the things about Molten Core that is not existent here is that usually you can use Molten Core near objectives like Infernal Shrines, Tomb of the Spider Queen, etc., etc. It's not really easy to do on Blackheart's Bay, so I wouldn't recommend this hero on Blackheart's Bay. We just happen to get him here. For Molten Core usage. For his ability to double soak, not too shabby, for sure. Okay, on the backside here, working on this JoJo. There's actually a Li Ming right below me that I want to go look at, if I can. By looking at the mini-map here. She is getting some damage in. Kill that guy first. See if I can chase this person. There we got it! Top lane's being pushed in by Zul, but we can go for a turn-in. And then we can deal with him. I'll let him carry that, because he's a tank. Gonna clear this out and work on Knights. Now we want to get 20 if we can. They're getting that kill? Yep, with Brian Wing, 100%. Alright, let's work on this. Oh my god, I'm one tick off. One tick off of my talent. I'm getting bodied. Alright, Lava Surge. So again, Lava Surge, if you want to get more map control, you just want to be able to push out 2 waves constantly. This allows you to have defense too, especially if you're getting towards the end game and you think that there's a chance that your opponent can push into your core and win. Having a Lava Wave for spawning at base is great defense. Heroic difficulty, if you want to go for an end, pretty good in that scenario. Usually if you're pushing your 20 to 20, you get a kill on your opponent. You've just hit in 20, so just go ahead and go for the push, kill their keep, and then grab the heroic difficulty. It increases Molten Core's health and damage, and the cooldown is also reduced, so you're able to spam it out pretty well. But mostly you're picking it for that damage. And then Submerge if you feel like you're getting focused down. But again, with this build, you shouldn't be getting focused too heavily. Think about this game. I've only been in danger once. Granted, we're doing really well in the fight overall, but nothing too crazy really affecting us. Alright, now I got my quest done, so now I can control the fight. Trying to stay away from this Li Ming if I can. If you start getting low, don't be afraid to kite backwards. And again, use Molten Core. Like this? Holy moly. That was an insane death pit here. Let's see if I can get the kill on the Zul. No, the heals are coming in! Even with the incredible play, it's not enough. Nice, big blow up. I think I'm dead, actually. Let's get this auto attack off. Ooh, I do. Is it enough? It's not enough, but Eiffels comes in with the Jaina gameplay. Not too bad for a 2v4. Can he hit the Black Joker as well? Can he kill Stukov? He's got this. 100%. What is the Stukov doing? What is he doing? What? Eiffels let him go. Alright. Fight went pretty darn well. I think if I could have gotten that Death Mosh off a little bit quicker, that's a spot where Sulfurious Smash would have been amazing. But still, pretty crazy. They got 20 off of that, so they're still in this game, which we need to start worrying about, because they, with 1 or 2 more turn-ins, will actually start to take this game. Let's respawn. And get together. I can lava, wave, top, and middle. Let's push bottom. Grab those giants here. They might go for a boss play, but I doubt it because we have vision of the map. And look at what Lava Wave does, especially with these maps being pushed out because of catapults, and of course top lane from being utilized earlier. Now we have full vision of the late game, so we can make the play to go in for the bottom lane, which my team gets a pick on. Nice job. Let's grab their giants and push bottom lane and work on the keep. With catapults pushing middle, I'm not in any danger. I can save my Lava Wave charges. Once I have the second one about to pop up, I'll probably go ahead and just drop one in a lane just to make sure it's pushing. Okay. Team is turning in our last 5 gems, and then we can push in from bottom. There's actually a Kel'Thuzad behind this guy. I don't think he knows it. Gonna demount him. And it's a kill. That actually might be game. Let's push middle. I'm gonna drop Lava Wave here in the middle. Now, something to note is that your E does not hit the core. Your W does, though. We're going to drop that here. Make sure we hit any mini-waves that do come in. Nice. Get the lava wave kill with that guy as well. Beautiful. Johanna is pushing this way, so let's try and slow her down from coming in. The lava wave comes in, gets the extra damage. We're going to try and kill this Kel'Thuzad real quick. Got him. Nice burst. Between my teammates, the blistering attacks, and then the follow-up into the Q. Just enough to help kill it. That should be it. That's it. Game over. Not too shabby. So again, here's the build for those that were wondering about it. We'll actually look at it in the talent screen here. But the stats not too shabby. I mean, most siege damage, most hero damage, and then of course XP contributed. You're gonna have a lot of XP and siege damage for the most part. Your hero damage shouldn't be too outstanding, honestly, with this build. You'll get it done, but not too bad. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and exit here real quick, and then I'm gonna show you guys this build. That way you can copy it down. Feel free to experiment. It's Shifting Meteor into Fire Ward, into Blistering Attacks, Lava Wave, Categorized Wounds, into Giant Scorcher, and Lava Surge. So good luck, and go rock Hero League. Goodbye. Stay off drugs, etc. Bam. Alright, this Hero 5